Welcome to Jewel Cooks with a dash of English and a pinch of fashion. Today we're baking up some classic brownies. Our English lesson is the difference between there, and there. So come on back after this break.
As Jewel said, today's English lesson is about the difference between there, and there.
Welcome back. Let's get started on my classic brownies. First, we're going to melt half a stick of butter or 4 tablespoons and 2 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. While that's happening, I have a sink of water all ready so that when my hands get a little dirty, I can wash them up right there. And I can put my dirty dishes there. And while we were having our English lesson, I was preparing our pan with aluminum foil and canola oil. Pure canola oil, because that's all I'll use. It's good to use pure as much as necessary, as much as possible, because it's healthy, it's very healthy, and it's the best choice. So we have the chocolate and the butter melting nicely. And once it's nice and smooth and melted perfectly, you want to turn off the heat. We have a little homemade double boiler going here with just 2 pots, a smaller one over a larger one, and we have boiling water under the smaller one. Okay. We want to take that off of the heat and let that cool off while we whisk the flour, sugar, salt, and baking powder together. So first, our flour. Now we need about a 1/3 cup of flour. And we need about 6 tablespoons of sugar. And we want to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Now, it's good to use, I like this type of baking powder. I want to use a 1/4 teaspoon. We want to add an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to add that 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to whisk that together. Your vanilla now. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Add that to the flour and sugar mixture. Pour in there. And continue to whisk. You want to add 1 large egg. Crack it and put it in there. Now, it should give a coarse texture just like this. Perfect. The chocolate mixture should be quite cooled by now. The chocolate and butter in here, they're cooled perfectly. Now, you want to pour in the chocolate mixture, chocolate and butter mixture in here. And then you're going to stir until they're perfectly mixed with no streaks. Get out all that chocolate. You know you love your chocolate, so you better get it all out. You want to mix it until perfectly mixed. Now, you can always use unsweetened chocolate bar and just add a little more chocolate. You want to just up the chocolate to a half a cup. But I like to use semi-sweet and just use a third cup of sugar. And always make sure you have an apron on because you don't want to mess up your outfit and it's just better cleanliness. Make sure if you're a child making this recipe, have parent supervision. It's key because you don't want to burn yourself and lifting heavy objects or cut yourself. Isn't that beautiful? Now we are a method I have used from another cooking show where you take you double the foil and make like a foil type sling and put it over there, fit it nicely, and then grease it. So once your brownies are ready, you can just take the foil out, put them on a table, and cool them and cut them. And that's the easy way to do it. Make sure this is nice and greased up. Okay. You want to pour in your batter. Pour it in there and make sure the batter is quite even in there. Get out all that brownie mixture because you don't want to waste food. Get it all out of there. Okay. Now you want to even out your brownie mixture. Now it might look thin now, but wait till it comes out of the oven. It's going to be nice and doubled. Maybe even tripled. Now you can't add nuts to this mixture at the top, but I don't really like nuts, so I prefer to just have them plain. But my mom likes nuts, so how about we make a little piece with nuts? So all you nut lovers out there. You can, these are slivered almonds, which I use, and you can give a quick chop to these, so you're not biting into a huge almond. I always give a quick chop to these. Oh, and use your cutting board. We have a nice portable one. Just want to chop that up. They might be flying everywhere. Okay. And you want to sprinkle that over. And you want to sprinkle that over the mixture. Just sprinkle that over a nice sliver. So now look at that mixture. Isn't that beautiful? Nice and even. Now you want to pop that into the oven at 300, preheated to 350 degrees. Preheat means to, before you start baking or cooking anything or prepping, you want to already get the oven heated so it's nice and ready for the brownies. And you want to cook at 22 to 27 minutes. So let's go for around 25. Set your timer. And let them bake in their pot, their pan, and we'll see you right back after this break of Jewel Cooks with a dash of English and a pinch of fashion.
Okay, so you heard how Jewel interchangeably used or interchanged the use of the word their, the contraction meaning they are, their, possessive meaning belonging to them or those, and their, which is a word that is a synonym for a place, okay, or an adjective for a place. So just a quick review how she used them in context. The brownies, they're baking. I didn't want to say they are, so I used the contraction there. The brownies, they're baking in their aluminum foil pan, because the pan belongs to the brownies, in their aluminum foil pan, and they're baking over there in the oven, which is a place. So we have the brownies there, baking in their pan, over there in the oven. So thanks a lot, and I hope you learned from our English segment. And next time, hopefully we will have a fashion segment done by our fashion guru, Gentle. Now here's Jewel to finish up her baking.
Welcome back to Jewel Cooks with a dash of English and a pinch of fashion. Now, our brownies are nice and ready. Here, to make sure, we're going to stick a toothpick in them. And if it comes out clean, they're nice and ready.
Get closer. Don't change your camera so abruptly.
Now, we're going to take them out of the pan using our foil sling.
She's going to let so we can see in it. Nice.
And take this to the stove. You want to peel back. Peel back, and when they're cool, just gonna cut them up into nice squares and enjoy them. So these are gonna be delicious classic brownies. Thank you for tuning in to Jewel Cooks with a dash of English and a pinch of fashion. See you next time.